Thanks for your interest in Bolf, a new way to look at an old game. Let's start by asking a few questions. When you play a game, should you play by the rules?
All right, I believe that's another winner.
Unbelievable. You always win.
All right.
When you play golf, do you play by all of the rules? Do golf professionals know the rules and play by the rules? I don't know what you do, but I do know the pros try very hard to follow the rules of golf. And if you saw what happened to Dustin Johnson when playing the last hole on Sunday of the 2010 PGA Championship, you wouldn't know how to answer that question. On the tee, he hit his ball into what he later found out was a bunker, grounded his club, was penalized 2 strokes, and lost the tournament. Now, you might ask, was that right? Well, of course it was right by the rules of golf, but is that the way you want to play golf every day? In a similar vein, have you ever seen a pro, when needing to take a drop, took that drop without a rules official orchestrating his every move? What does that mean? Well, it means that the rules are very complex and exact because the players are so good and there's so much money and prestige at stake. If anybody should know the rules, it's the people who play golf for big money and or big prestige. But the rules are too complex for everyday use, and this in light of the fact that it's the only self-policing sport. Well, a fellow told me that skeet shooting was also, but I don't know about that. But the policemen, that is, the players, don't know the rules, at least well enough to act on them. Are you just an average Joe who loves the game of golf but is confused by all those rules of the game? Sometimes the game isn't fair. Sometimes you just aren't good enough. Sometimes others don't follow the rules that they do know. Sometimes others decide not to follow the rules. Not everybody, even those in the same tournament, break the same rules. Duke University did a survey of 15,000 golfers and found that 95% of those golfers knowingly broke rules they knew about. Never mind the ones they didn't know.
All right, the 2010 Net Club Championship goes to Mr. Sandy Bagger for the 7th straight year.
And that leads me to say, how valid are today's handicaps? Most golfers think there are 2 kinds of handicaps.
I'm a 6.
An ego handicap and one calculated to win tournaments.
I'm a 22, but I had to shoot an 81 to beat that guy.
Think about this. John Smoltz, a pretty good baseball player in his day, has a plus golf handicap, tried to qualify for the 2010 US Open and didn't do so, partly because he missed 2 short putts. So his comment was, well, that's what you get when you play gimmies. So even John Smoltz, a scratch golfer, has a potentially incorrect handicap because he didn't play by the rules. How about yours? You know, almost all handicaps are wrong. It's not that golfers don't post their scores, it's that they post a score that was incorrectly gained, at least by the rules of golf. When your ball goes out of bounds, do you go back from where you hit it to play another ball? Do you take mulligans?
I'm gonna hit a mulligan.
Do you ask for advice?
What club you got there, Tom?
5-iron, Don.
Both of those things are against the rules. A club pro once told me, play by the rules of golf as defined by the USGA and play golf or play another sport. Well, I think he meant tennis or badminton or something like that, but that's not what I heard. I heard, I know, let's play another game. Let's play Bolf. Now, this is in no way an attempt to change the sanctity with which golf is viewed and its rules, but other sports have rules based upon the different skill levels of their players, so why not golf? You know, it just occurred to me that the very existence of a handicap system is evidence that there should be a different set of rules based upon the skill level of the players. So let's call this a variation of golf. It was originally intended to be for bogey plus players, but anyone could enjoy it. We've tried to develop rules which take into account the way most of us actually play the game, and to take into account that most of us do not have the otherworldly, freaky skills of the pro. We're just regular people getting outside to play a version of the greatest game ever devised. So let's play Bolf and follow the rules of that game. For example, the maximum number of clubs is 16, not 14. I got this number very scientifically. I counted the clubs in my own bag. You may improve your lie anywhere except in a hazard, and it really doesn't matter if it's near the hole. I mean, you're 170 out, what difference does a couple of feet make? If your ball is dirty, clean it. Weren't you taught not to leave a mess? If your ball is in a hazard, in addition to hitting it out of there, you have one rule with 3 options. Hit it from where you were, hit it from 2 club lengths from where it last crossed the margin of the hazard, or anywhere on a line between those 2 points. And there are others. The attempt here is to ruleize the game we actually play and keep it fun and allow everybody to play by the new rules. Your handicap could change. It's also our hope to develop an inexpensive way to keep your Bolf handicap, because it could be different than your golf handicap. Be on the lookout for that. Some consider golf and its rules to be sacred. Keep in mind, we do not want to change golf. We just want to give you a simpler, more satisfying way to enjoy the same type of sport within Bolf rules. We've developed a website where you can keep up with Bolf developments and order Bolf rules and other things. In the meantime, you may communicate with us at this address or these email addresses. Oh, and don't forget what happened to Julie Inkster recently. She was in a tournament, came to a par 4 that was drivable, so there was a backup on the tee. She had maybe an hour wait, had to loosen up before her turn came, so in order to loosen up, she put a donut on her club and swung it and was immediately disqualified. You can't use an artificial device. Play Bolf. It's more fun. And order the book.
Why should I bother?
Well, the answer is simple. You need to play with others who are playing the same game. I assure you, you're not doing that now.